What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the first day of September today. We've closed out the month, the week, the day, the 2 month period. We've closed out a lot of different time frames over the past couple of hours now. And if we look here, I think it's pretty cool. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2 month closes in a row that have promoted all-time high closing prices on a 2 month candle. That's pretty cool. And this one by far was the most exuberant, right? But we've got a lot more growth to go. Each one of these promoting very sizable wicks to the upside, and we just aren't rejecting. In fact, we're getting further into this area. I can't help but think this is some kind of psyop fake out to make people think that we're going to go lower. We are absolutely going to go higher. If anybody's bearish on XRP here, man, I don't know what to tell you, right? Like I feel like the writing's on the wall. But we're looking at the 2 month time frame because this is clearly the highest 2 month close that we've ever had in our existence. And I think that's something worth mentioning, right? Something we don't really consider most of the time. The monthly time frame here, that was not the highest close, but this was the second highest close, and that was the third highest close. So we're still closing at relatively high prices, right? We're not rejecting. This is not a pump and dump. We've got a lot of growth to go. In all fairness, that's not the close that we were looking for, and the fact that we close outside of the overbought zone is not ideal either. But if we look at where the RSI is right here, yes, it's pivoted down because this month already is red, so it's pivoted down. But from where August closed right here, it's right at this pivot here. That's exactly where we bounced before. The only other time that we kind of came out of the overbought zone and bounced right at this area. So if we've done it before, maybe we can do it again. Is just the thought there. Not only that, but if we look at this, we have broken out of our multi-cycle downtrend in the price. Not even a downtrend, but a consolidation phase, right? What the hell just happened? Let's see, there we go. Where we've got lower highs and higher lows. We broke out of this consolidation phase. We're consolidating up here. You guys, if this was a fake out, if we were breaking out and then coming back down to crash, which does happen often enough with these kind of triangle patterns, it would have happened already. This consolidation at the top tells us everything we need to know. We've got more to go, more to grow, right? We saw this exact same thing happen back here. We saw this happen back in the 2014, 2013 to 2017 times, right? You had the same kind of formation, a triangle, lower highs, higher lows right here, and then you broke out. Was it a fake out? No, you just consolidated and danced around and moved sideways, and then you had a finale finish right there, 700% in 1 month. I don't know if we're going to get that in 1 month, but maybe. What would 700% be from here? Maybe we get 700% in a couple months, or hell, even by the end of the year at the very latest. I would think that we are there, right? 700% from here would be what? That's an 8x, 8 times 275. That's 16, almost 24. Maybe we get a 700 growth by the end of the year. Maybe not in the next 2 months, but anyways. I'm getting beside myself here. No, there's no bearish divergence on the RSI. Yes, there are lower highs, but there are lower highs here in the price too. This close is actually just shy of that close there. And if we're looking at this on Binance, which might be more important to consider, let's see here. Let's see if it'll load. It's gotta load, man. They see me loading. They hatin'. All right, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we closed. So that's at $3.3.6. We closed July at $3.02. So just below there too. So no, there's no bearish divergence, thankfully. All right, but I think we don't need, but it would very much be nice to see this month close green so that we can get a bounce back into the overbought zone. Nothing's better than a false rejection out of the overbought zone, all right? Then we get some real continuation upwards. I really don't expect XRP to move down. I think it would be a blessing. It would actually absolutely be a blessing if XRP were to move down anywhere below $2.50. We might move, we're at 275 now. We might see prices go to 260 to 250, and I think 255 is a prime area to find support, but that doesn't mean that we're going to go down to anything below that. At least not in my opinion. If we're looking at this here from a high to a low, we are consolidating between the 1272 and the 886 here. This is a very bullish phase of consolidation, hugging the 1272 like this. If we can close another month, even in this area without breaking out, I think that's very bullish and not a bearish thing at all. Typically, if you reject the 1272 and you move down, right? Or if you are going to move down, you kind of reject it right away. You would come down to the 786, 886, reject your 100 line, come down to the golden ratio. You would build down like that. But this kind of reaction that we're having here tells me that we do want to go higher, that we want to hit the golden ratio, that we want to hit the 1,886,200 level, that we might even want to go beyond that as time goes on, right? And I have a strong feeling that we are going to see this 200 level, if not even prices that are just above it. We've been doing that across the board for crypto. A lot of cryptos have actually been going like wicking through their 200 level. I might have to adjust this 1,886,200 because I've seen it enough. Maybe I'll do like the 2,112. I don't know, whatever the next fib would be up there. The 236 up there. I don't know. But looking at the monthly time frame, I think things are still bullishly postured overall. We do not have bearish divergence. None of that's concerning at all. The stochastics look bullish. The MACD is bullish as well. No, that's not bearish divergence, thankfully. Looking at this on a daily time frame, we are moving down. I think it's unavoidable at this point in time, right? I think we are going to move down. We could move up first, right? We might see the price go up to like $2.90, even $3. How we could go up there, right? See a lower high in this area. Don't get too excited if XRP is above $2.90. It'll probably be short-lived, and then we will resume moving back down. I would assume. And when is the next FOMC meeting? Let's see. When it's the 17th and the 18th. Is that right? 16th and the 17th. So 16th and the 17th. They'll meet on the 16th and they'll discuss things publicly on the 17th. We should have resolution to the downside either by that date or on that date. So my assumption here is that XRP will continue to move down at a very slow pace, giving people the heebie-jeebies all the way down. And then when the 16th, the 17th comes along, that's when we'll pump. We'll probably move at this exact very boring, very slow pace, just like this, as we have been. All the way down, right? You see this channel that we're in right now. And then once that happens, we should be breaking out. I think by the end of the month, XRP really stands a chance of seeing new all-time highs. The reason why is because when this thing moves up, the amount of time that it takes to move down, it's cut in half. It's if not even less than that, right? From a high here, let's actually go back to where this price was. It was right over here. So that took you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 11 days to find the low. And then you took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So 6, I guess it's not quite half. It's a little bit more than half, but that's okay. Still, point being, we move up a lot faster than we move down. And certainly if we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, that point is made valid, right? On a weekly time frame here, look at all the consolidation. Look at from a high to a low, how long it took. Look at how long it took us to make this pattern here. And then once we started to move up, it was 5 weeks to find that high. Months of consolidation erased by just 5 weeks of movement. When the bulls want to take over, this thing takes off, okay? And we are in a bullish phase of consolidation. Absolutely we are. I'm not worried about the price at all, but I do expect that we're going to slowly grind down. And it won't be easy. We're not going to make it easy on everybody, right? People are too bearish right now. And at the same time, people are clinging on to optimism. There's extreme emotions on both sides of the coin, okay? Literally and metaphorically. So I would think that we continue to shake out the markets, giving people false hope whenever it comes up, making people close their shorts and go long because we're right about to see new all-time highs, and then we dump on them, making them think, oh no, it's going down. I need to panic. I need to sell here. I need to go short, and then it'll come back up and down until we're about halfway through this month. It might not be exactly on the 17th. It might not be exactly on the 16th. Maybe it's sometime after. Maybe it's sometime before, but we should find our low around that second week, the end of the second week of September, going into the third week. And then I would assume we continue to move up. I do think September is going to be a green month for Bitcoin, for XRP, for Ethereum, for everything. But is it going to be a voluptuous green month, or is it going to be kind of a boring dud? Or maybe a slight depressing beginning with an optimistic end, and then going into October we should see some fireworks take place. That's my assumption. I think October is going to be the month, honestly. And retrospectively, thinking about it, that should have been clear. October is typically a very good month for us. It's Bitcoin's birthday after all. So you guys know the plan. Here we are at 275. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, the short stuff, and just see if we are looking like we want to move up from here, because I wouldn't be surprised if we were. Move up a little bit, right? Like to 290, 280, whatever. RSI actually looks bearish, so maybe we go a little bit lower. Stochastics, they look bearish as well. Maybe we go lower. We have 40 minutes left. If this 1 hour comes up and closes green, maybe we move higher. We don't move lower, but the MACD looks bad too. So maybe a little bit lower first, and then we come up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see prices that are higher than this by the end of the day or sometime tomorrow. Low to high here, go down to 273 to 270 itself, and then come back up probably to like 280. Even if you get up to 290, I wouldn't be impressed. Okay, I wouldn't be impressed at all, but 280 might be where you go instead to find resistance. That's the call for now. Looking at it here on the 4-hour, no bullish divergence, but the 4-hour is still young. We have an hour and 39 minutes left. Let's see how it closes. Bullish divergence on the stochastics there, and you do have bullish divergence on the MACD. So if we close here or higher, there is causality to move up a little bit, but again, that causality stops at about 280, 285. So maybe we don't go to 290. Maybe we do find resistance somewhere around 280. But again, if we move up to 295, 290, hell, even if we go all the way up to $3, I'm not impressed. What would impress me, what would convince me that we're not moving down between now and the FOMC meeting? Let's see, what would that take? Let's take a low to a high. And look, we're probably going to bounce like right around this area. Go right below it, fake people out. We're going to go right below it and then find support. Let's see, maybe off of this fib, low to high. Right there at the 1414. Yeah, we're going to go right below 272, like right at 270, and then bounce. We broke the low. We're going down. And then boom, then we pump. But just a little bit, right? Nothing crazy. But what it would take to convince me that we're moving up, if we close a day above 296, I'm game. I'm under the belief that we are moving up. All right. And maybe 2 days in a row. I would feel more confident about it once we're above $3.12. Okay, but 296. If we get a day to close above there, or 2 days in a row to close above there, I might wave the white flag of bearish surrender, and I'd be game for the upside. Game on. I feel like I'm saying I'd be gay. I'd be gay for the upside. We're going to the moon. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that, but it just felt, I saw a moment and I took it. Daily time frame here if we're looking at this here. Let's see. The RSI is in the areas that you typically like to find support. Are you going to find support here? I don't know. Maybe. You typically do go a little bit lower, right? And with the 4-hour and the 1-hour looking the way that they go, I would think that you do go lower. So even if, again, we're going to just stick with it. Even if you go up from here, expecting that you come down. Right now we're at 274. I'm expecting we go to 270, maybe 265, but probably around 270. Come up to that 280, 290 area. Even if you go as high as $3, I'm not convinced. Yes, even if you go as high as $3, even above $3, I'm not convinced. You have to close above 296 2 days in a row. Have to close a day above, not just move above, but close above before I'm convinced that we're moving higher. All right. And then it's flame on time, you guys. We're going to be ripping and running all the way up to new all-time highs, right? We're going to be flaming for it. It's going to be fantastic. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.